Morning guys, let me show you one of my selected variegated bonsai propagations. This one is already a pop from my old plant that I acquired nearly for about 3 years already. And what's so special about this one is it's nearly yellow. So this is the other side and I'll show you the other side. So as you can see, there are a few streaks of green, but mostly the plant is yellow. And for a variegated or nearly yellow plant, it is expected that the growth would be very slow. But since I'm not really paying much attention about this plant, I'm just surprised how big it is right now. I believe I depupped this for nearly a year ago, and right now I already have one, two, so almost 5 leaves, and it's growing very healthy. Maybe you're wondering what's the difference between propagating Sansevierias coming from leaf propagations like this one. So this is a Cleopatra. This is the original plant, which is only a leaf propagation, and right now it's sending a healthy looking plant. So what's the difference? The difference would be the size. Definitely those plants coming from a leaf propagation would be smaller, unlike the pops coming from a big plant which has a lot of energy to support the growth of its new baby. And one more thing is, when you deal with variegated plants, arriving at a nice variegation would be a matter of luck. So it's just like it's a waiting game. You have to wait if the surprise of your life would be a variegated or a green one. So just to show you how the small plants coming from a leaf prop would look like, I'm going to show you some of my leaf propagations also from a bonsai. So this is also this is my mother plant. This is the mother plant of my variegated bonsai, the one that you've seen a while ago. But the difference with this one is it has a green side. So the other side is green, then the other one is nearly yellow. So when it comes to coloration, this one should grow faster because it has a chlorophyll rich side, which is the green, and as you can see, it's already sending out a pop. So just the same with any other method of propagation. Even if your plant is variegated and you waited it to pop, sometimes you won't get the perfect pop. But still, I'm not losing hope because this one is still sporting some yellow coloration on the inside. And don't you worry guys, if ever you harvested non-variegated plant, this should hold true for almost every variegated plants that we propagate. So even if you arrive at a green specimen or plant, don't throw it away at once. For Sansevierias, which are slow growing, and it's really, even if you have the green, it still has its market value. Although you don't throw it away, because this one has a chance to give out also variegated plants in the future. So let's hope for the better in the future. These are good mother plants. So even if you arrive at a green one, this has a lot of future. So let's move. So this is how you propagate, by waiting for your mother plant to pop. Now, if you're on the aggressive side, and if you have plants that are going to lose the leaf, so better do the leaf propagation. So how do we do that? Just pull the leaves and stick it into the potting media or potting mix, just like this one. So this is a leaf propagation from this mother plant. As you can see, I got lucky to have a variegated plant coming from this one, but it's really a matter. So you could either get, if you're lucky, you could either get variegated ones, and not so lucky, you'll just end up with green ones. But still, the trick here is it's really about waiting game. So even if you arrive at a green plant coming from your leaf propagation, or even from your pops from your mother plants, just the same, just keep the plants, because you'll never know, maybe the next generation would give you better variegation. So this is just a brief introduction on how we get to produce new plants from leaf propagations and from pops. Speaking of pops, so there's this plant that I really wanted to propagate. There's some plants that if you are courageous enough, you can get to produce from the leaf, but then there are just some plants that are too pricey to mess up with. So let's take the case of this Sansevieria, King Sansevieria. Here we go again. I forgot the scientific name. Wait. I'm going. Yes. So this is Sansevieria islensis, also known as King of Sansevierias. So if you're courageous enough, you can grow this or propagate this from the leaf, from its leaves. Having said that, this is the king, and let's take note that this is not a cheap plant. So I'd rather let it stay for longer and wait for it to pop, instead of taking off or peeling off its leaves and wait it to produce new plants. So this is the fruit of my patience. So right now I have a pop from this plant, and maybe if it's already big enough, that's the only time that I might try leaf propagation. So that's gonna be all for this morning, and hopefully for this very short video you were able to capture at least a portion on how to grow, well, not really grow, but to propagate your precious Sansevierias. That will be all for this morning, and hope you click on the subscribe button or even share this video with your friends. Thank you.